Salutations, darlings! How are we today on this quite drizzly and wet day? Now, when I did my first video, I was in such a rush to chat to you, I completely forgot to put on my hand gear. Calm yourselves. And everybody knows a lady should not be exposing her wrists. If I exposed my wrists, there would be complete carnage. Can you imagine the comments and DMs I would get if my wrists were exposed? Oh, heaven forbid. Anyway, I'm here again, Lady Muff in a huff. Today's letter is to, should I say, a Miss Whiney Whingebag. So I will begin. Dear Miss Whiney Whingebag, well, aren't you a delightful specimen of a supportive woman? Not. You wrote on one of Marie's posts, "Why are you always on my feed? You're not as funny as my other midlife page I follow." Well, dear, firstly, you obviously don't understand how F-book works. Marie is always on your feed because you clearly keep reading her posts, you silly woman. For fuck's sake! Do you keep reading them because you just can't believe how monumentally unfunny you find her? Or are you reading them because they do actually make you giggle, but out of some misplaced loyalty to another page, you feel you aren't allowed to admit that? Dearie me. Secondly, of course Marie isn't as funny as another page, but of course she's also funnier than another page. Humour is personal, dear girl, and subjective. If we all found the same person funny, there'd be an awful lot of comedians suddenly out of work, wouldn't there, Miss Whiney Whingebag? And you'd all have to come and see Michael McIntyre because he's my favourite comedian. Thirdly, does the other page owner know that you've taken ownership of her page? Declaring her as my other midlife page is somewhat stalkerish, dear heart. And you might find a restraining order soon to be winging its way towards you. How positively odd. And fourthly, was it necessary to put Marie down like that? Did it make you feel better about yourself in some way? Does your sad little life feel fuller if you've said something nasty to somebody else? I feel sorry for you, my dear. I've consigned you to the bin because we believe that's where you belong. Do have a delightful day, Miss Whiney Whingebag. A day where I hope your tenor is full, gets tangled in your flaps, bursts in the middle of M&S, and all the toilets are out of order. Yours sincerely, Lady Muff in a huff. Thank you for joining me today. I have a different pen today. Do join me for my missive next week. Ciao.